So welcome to my final ever reaction to Once Upon a Time. In this location, because I'm moving back home from uni. This is episode 19 of season 2. Very excited to carry on with the last stretch of the season, see how they're going to start wrapping things up. This season has been so good. The last 5-6 episodes just constantly whoa. And hopefully that streak's going to continue with this one. Because just yesterday, as I'm recording this, was the 1-year anniversary of me starting the show. So let's hopefully celebrate that with a fun episode. Yeah, very, very excited to carry on, see what's going to happen next. And the last episode was awesome, one of my favourites of the season. We've got a lot of reveals about Tamara, her connections to Greg, and August showed up. We've got a nice kind of end to the character arc for August anyway, not necessarily Pinocchio. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff being juggled still. Very excited to see what's going to happen next. So without further ado, let's get into it.
And now, my boy, for your present. Pick one object from the shop, anything you like.
Is it my son's birthday? Oh, happy birthday! Look at him being a nice grandpa. Avada Kedavra! Don't do that. I would kill you.
Why would you do that? The prophecy. The seer said the boy would be mine. So I have no choice. I must be his.
You! I just shat myself.
That's Henry's father.
What?
Uh-oh.
To spell it out for you. Miss Swan and my son.
You're Henry's grandfather?
Guess that makes us family. It's got my eyes, don't you think?
That is so good.
This. If your own son couldn't bring out the good in you, who will?
His adorable, wholesome grandchild, Regina. Oh, Belle will. It's a good shout.
I believe that
Children are the future.
Perhaps this will help. For me. Not quite so beastly now, am I?
Thank you. Maybe now I can actually get some sleep.
No. It's not to help you sleep, dear. It's to
Crying
muffle the cries and bring it back to work.
Romantic. Oh, what was that?
Pretty sure.
Tom Ellis?
If you don't know how to use that wand,
What the fuck's he doing here?
nasty things to you. Well then,
Is this Robin Hood?
I'll stick to what I know works.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I'm the woman who locked you up for
The mayor
years.
of this town. What's this, dear? Did you drop it?
Oh dear.
Don't think so.
Business as
Keep
usual.
looking, dear.
I think I remember who I am.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Gold will be thrilled.
What have you done? Is she going to remember being something different?
You were able to get the package here, right?
It's right outside town. Can just drive in with it.
And it's stable?
Very. I'll bring the package in tonight.
What are you two snakes up to? Oh. Oh. Oh, are these the beans? Yeah.
Hey, what about ogres and destruction and danger?
We can fix all that. We did it before, we can do it again.
You can start over, Emma. So you changed your mind. You want to go?
I was going to say, she wasn't
How's your
sure.
mind? My heart. After what I did to Cora, I think restoring our land is the best way to mend it.
Be good for all of us.
Okay, that's fair.
Henry. And you.
Oh, Henry would love it.
You're from there. You're from there.
That sounds an awful lot like Lacey.
Who the hell is Lacey?
Is this who Cora's made her think she is? Yeah. Ooh. Sounds like
Gonna need another apron.
Green Arrow's having a good time.
No one deserves to be tortured.
I don't know, I mean, this guy literally is the devil.
Frozen me.
Her curse memories.
From the curse you gave me. See, all I did was drop things
Ah.
back in place.
Okay.
Do it, bring her back. I'll find a way.
Finding a way isn't the problem, dear. We both know what is.
Your true love's kiss.
I don't think our new resident feels the same way about you as you do her.
Then I'll make her.
I like that she called him dear. It's kind of funny.
Give my best to Lacey.
Evil bitch. But I kind of live for it now.
10 bowls of chili. No beans.
Even when both your heads were filled with false memories, David Nolan still won Mary Margaret's heart.
That's true.
Help you. Well, I'm certainly not here for the overpraised lasagna.
That's actually kind of sweet.
To murder someone.
That man only wanted to escape with his life.
Oh, is that what you thought? Our thief escaped with more than his life. You were tricked. Foolish, gullible girl.
Then there must be an explanation.
You get to come with me and watch and know as the blood drips from his carcass. It'll be you and your rags to wipe it out.
Well, he is lovely. I can see why she fell for him.
I've had my eye on you for a while.
That's mate from Jessica Jones, right?
Not my time.
And human target in Arrow.
Give me a chance, please.
Take a chance on me.
Okay. Tonight, Granny's, 8 o'clock.
Hey. Jolly good.
Don Juan. Don Juan was nothing before he made his deal with me.
Yes, got her to go out with you. Congrats.
Indeed. Now I just needed to fall in love with me.
I like that he's getting quite a human storyline in this episode.
How long did you think you can keep that for me?
Well, I was going to tell you. I was kind of busy trying to stop you and your mother from killing me and my entire family.
You're hiding something.
No.
Well, whatever it is, I can assure you of one thing. I'm going to find out.
Oh, good. I don't doubt that.
2 burgers, 2 iced teas, please.
Actually, I'm gonna go chicken parm and white wine. And make it the bottom.
Ah,
Alrighty.
not their usual.
And that when people cross you, they get hurt.
Or shot and knocked over the town line.
Thank you.
Not difficult to find objects.
Me. Lucy's a mood.
I can't tell what's in a person's heart until you truly know them.
Ah, Belle's still in there. Oh, shit.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
I quite like Lacey. Aww. I like this side of Gold, you know, when he's not murdering people and casting evil spells. Aside from that, he's a stand-up guy. Even though he's sitting down in this scene.
You really are as dark as people say.
Not darker, dearie. Much darker.
Oh, I like how that parallels the conversation between Gold and Lacey. She was like, oh, you're not as dark as I thought.
Yes, I know exactly who you're after. But also know who you are.
Oh, is this like
Subskin?
the Sheriff of Nottingham? If it is Robin Hood, I'm pretty sure it
Yes,
is.
I do.
What do you want?
A night with your wench.
Oh shit. He was interested in her in the bar. Oh shit.
I propose.
Oh,
You want to be more careful with your possessions. You agree to my terms?
that's so gross.
What was that?
Maybe the laughing stock of all of Nottingham.
Yes!
I'll find him.
It's Robin Hood.
Who was hiding out in Sherwood Forest.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I love Robin Hood so much.
Robin Hood.
Yes!
He goes by Robin Hood.
Oh, I've always wanted him to be in the show. That's so cool. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I didn't think we'd actually get him because it's not like a proper fairy tale. But then I did like the Frankenstein thing, so I thought, oh, maybe. Has she like left? Because that might break my little heart.
I'm not going to stand by and watch you kill a man.
Well, you're welcome to sit if you like, but you are going to watch. That's the whole point of
That woman.
That must be the one he stole from the sheriff.
Is that Marianne?
Sick. She's going to die.
He wants the one to cure her.
Stop! There's good in you. I was right about the thief, and I am right about you.
Oh.
She's pregnant. You are not the kind of man to leave a child fatherless. No!
Marion, we must go.
Ah. Oh no. This is the other thing I fear is happening.
The only reason I agreed to go out with you was because I was trying to be nice. But that's not
Okay, Lacey's a bitch. Let's get Belle back. Bye. I changed my mind. Oh boy. Oh, that's cheating, isn't it? She could be an excellent detective to like find missing people and stuff with that. But no, she's gonna find some fucking beans. Oh gosh, there's another thing on top of the whole Greg and Tamara and all. Oh my goodness.
But I guess there's no point now.
Shit. Oh, not again.
No one can hear me scream.
Shit, I got dark quick.
It's like you're not who I thought you were. And I'm glad.
Oh, wholesome. There's something sweet and almost kind. And he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined. Oh. Hello.
You are not who I thought you were. I'm glad.
Oh, that's not the best parallel.
You really are as dark as people say.
Oh shit, she likes that side of him. Oh. Belle. Bad day for the sheriff.
August came by the park today. He and Henry seemed to really hit it off.
That is going to take a while to get used to.
These two. What the fuck is this going to be then?
Because if it's one person you can always count on to do your dirty work. It's a pirate.
Oh. Of course, he was locked in the cupboard, wasn't he? So he didn't escape, they took him. Oh shit. Really great episode. I really, really liked it a lot. I feel like there's so much good character stuff done there with Mr. Gold and Belle. Or Lacey, should I say. And yeah, there's just so many new... like, even now, I feel like they're building up new things, almost. Not, like, building up the fact that people want to go home with, like, the magic beans and stuff, because that was set up a while ago, but now Regina's kind of aware of it, and I'm wondering what she's going to do now. Because she seemed pretty happy to discover that at the end, so I'm intrigued by that. First of all, this episode had a lot of scenes between Mr. Gold and Regina, which is always a good thing. I love those two together a lot, so I just wanted to point out that I really enjoy when those two have scenes together, because they have such a cool relationship. Their scenes are always gold. So I love that. Their scenes are always gold. Anyway, I'll leave. I won't really. I still have to finish this. But yeah, I liked the focus we were getting on, you know, Mr. Gold and Belle's relationship, where that's going, where it's headed, where it's been, in both flashbacks and present day. I really enjoyed that. And I'm glad they revisited the whole Belle doesn't have her memories thing, because that's kind of been on the back burner for a while, so I'm glad they revisited that. So that's really cool. I'm just going to make a note for the end, because I just remembered something. Okay. So yeah, I really liked their focus on that, because that's always been a relationship I've really, really enjoyed seeing. Is it Skin Deep? Is that the episode in season 1? Episode 12? With like the whole Beauty and the Beast thing with them starting off. It's one of my favourite episodes of season 1. So I've always kind of had a place in my heart for the Belle and Rumpel relationship. And I always like when that's spotlighted, and I think they did a really good job in this episode. Kind of talking about like who you really are as well in terms of that. And whether or not you should like who you are or who you pretend to be. So obviously we had Belle being confused over who she really is, trying to get her memories back, and she thinks she's Lacey. And Lacey truly likes deep down who Mr. Gold really is, like the dark side of him. Whereas, you know, in the Land of Magic, Belle liked the light side in Rumple. So I really liked that parallel. I thought that worked really, really well. Because obviously it's not Belle at the moment in Storybook who's liking that dark side of Mr. Gold, it's Lacey. So that's going to lead Mr. Gold down the darker path again, I think, which could be really interesting, because I'm sure they'll bring Belle back at some point and she'll get her proper memories back. But I think it's a very interesting kind of diversion to take, especially when there's only 3 episodes after the season. So how's that all going to tie together? I'm really, really excited about that. But I love that twist. And yeah, it's great for a show when you play so many different versions of the same character. Like in season 1, a lot of people got the chance to be their selves on like the Land of Magic, and then also, you know, their cursed selves, and then their cursed selves with their memories kind of regained. So the fact that the actress gets to play like another layer to Belle, I think is really cool for her. That must have been a lot of fun to play Lacey. So that was really enjoyable. So I liked that quite a bit. And yeah, the flashbacks with Rumple and Belle and their relationship, I like that kind of middle period. Just they start to fall for each other. It's a very interesting kind of thing that obviously they kind of had to skip over quite a bit in the Skin Deep episode because they needed to tell like almost a full love story in the 40 minutes, which I always think they did really, really well in that episode. But the fact that they can have flashbacks in the show, they can go back, fill in those gaps, stretch out that relationship a bit more, I think is really cool. I love that they did that. And I love that they brought Robin Hood into it. And he was played by Lucifer. Or Gary from Miranda. Or Dr. Thomas Milligan from Doctor Who. Whoever you prefer seeing Tom Ellis as. But I'm a big fan of the Robin Hood mythos. Anything Robin Hood I'll eat up. I really, really love it. I love all those stories. I read all those books when I was little. And it's funny because my friend Joe was the one who recommended quite a lot for me to start Once Upon a Time. Thanks, Joe. You made all this possible. And he asked me a while ago when I first started, like, who do you want to show up at some point? And I remember saying Robin Hood, if they could go down that route. And also, like, Peter Pan characters, which we've kind of got quite a few this season, so that's cool. I say quite a few. Hook, but Hook's really cool, so I'm okay with it. So the fact that we actually got him is really cool, because I didn't think it was that kind of show. I thought it was just going to be fairy tale characters, but then they did the whole like Dr. Frankenstein thing. I was like, okay, maybe there's some wiggle room there. And I love that they brought him in, and it was funny that it was Tom Ellis playing him, because it's an actor I recognise, so that's really cool. And they had Marion there and the sheriff, and then the sheriff did not have a good time in this episode in either timeline. But that was really cool. Really excited that they brought Robin Hood into it. I feel like it's a 1 episode thing. It felt kind of like a complete arc, because it was more to serve Belle and Rumple kind of beginning to see each other differently, I think. But if we do see him again, I'd be thrilled with that, but obviously don't tell me if we do. Because I really, really like Robin Hood, and I'd love to like introduce like the whole Merry Men stuff, but I can understand when there's so many other, so many other things to juggle in this 1 episode, we couldn't like do the proper, this is every single thing in the Robin Hood mythos. But I love that he showed up. That was so, so cool. It's just a fictional kind of character in the world I've always really, really loved. If he was fictional. Of course, there's always the debate. But yeah, I love that he was brought into this episode. So that made me really, really enjoy it. And the fact that that was tied into the, Belle and Rumple relationship just makes it all the better, because I really like that as well. And I loved seeing not in the softer side to Rumple in this episode, but the soft side to Mr. Gold as well, and him just going to David for help. I loved that. I loved seeing that layer to Mr. Gold. It just fleshes him out even more. And yeah, I always think the actor just does such a good job. I'm blanking on his name. Robert Carlyle. I always think he does such a fucking great job in this show. He's one of the best performers by far. And I did actually make a note of it. When he was playing Rumple in this episode, he wasn't quite as like, ooh, 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 if you get what I mean. When he was playing Rumple, he didn't have quite the high-pitched voice all the time. I noticed that. he seemed to just be playing it quite straight and just like shouty and stuff, which brought then like more humanity to it, and to Rumpel, because he's kind of speaking like a normal person and moving like a normal person, whereas he doesn't normally do that a lot. I liked that detail, because I think it was kind of showing Belle's influence on him already that he wasn't even aware of at the time, but he was kind of being a bit more humanised in his characterisation, kind of Belle rubbing off on him, which I really, really liked. And then we kind of see the beginning of those feelings start to develop, which I really, really loved. So that was just a bit of detail I noticed that I really, really appreciated. So I loved everything about the Gold and Belle stuff in this episode, and Lacey, Rumpel, all of that, the parallels, and how he didn't kill Robin in the end because Marion was pregnant and he didn't want to leave a child without a father, which is kind of what he did when he let Bay go into that portal. So I like that was kind of the thing that moved him quite a bit to make that decision. I loved that. That was really cool. Gold is definitely one of the more complex characters in the show, and he's got such an interesting story. Yeah, and I can't wait for more of that as well, and hopefully Belle will get her memories back soon. Because I liked Lacey to start off with, she seemed really cool, but then it turned out to kind of be a falsity when she just found Mr. Gold kind of boring when he was making an effort, and his dark side is what appeals to her. That's very un-Belle-like, so hopefully we can sort that out very soon. But I did like that whole twist with the character and everything. It makes a lot of sense that when she gets her memories back from Regina, being a snake as always, but that's what she does best. When she got those memories back, it was like her cursed self. I thought it was a very clever kind of twist. So I loved all of that. Greg and Tamara, shady fuckers. Don't trust them. Don't like what they're doing. Still not entirely sure what their plan is with Hook, but it's cool that they brought him back into it because he hasn't been around for a while. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. And I am intrigued by what's going on with those two and what the big game plan is with them. So I'm excited for more of that. We didn't get a lot of them in this episode, but I think that's okay because there was quite a big focus on them in the last one. But just a reminder that they're still there. I enjoyed and appreciated, and I am very intrigued by. So yeah, I loved David helping out Mr. Gold. I thought that was really wholesome. Neil continuing to kind of build his relationship with Henry, I really, really like. Even though he's completely oblivious to the fact that his fiancée is evil. But yeah, I'm liking Neil's relationship with Henry and seeing that be expanded on and explored. I quite enjoy that. I love the scene with Emma and Regina when they were talking on the bench. We don't get enough Emma and Regina one-on-one scenes. I feel like we've got a lot of them in Season 1. Season 2 really hasn't had the time to do that, but I'm hoping we get more because I really, really appreciated that, and that led to obviously Regina's discovery of the beans, and I like the whole idea of like the story of people like wanting to go home and the debate as whether they should or not. I think that's a really interesting thing, and I kind of hope we get more of that explored, like a whole episode dedicated to the town deciding like, should we go home, should we stay. I like that idea a lot, but I like that they've reintroduced Anton, and the whole idea of the beans, and now Regina knows about it. Very excited for that story to see what she's going to do about that. Probably not anything good unless she wants to go back, but I don't know if she does. So yeah, I loved that. That was really cool. And yeah, I think that's about everything I had to say. I loved basically everything this episode had going on. I love Robin Hood was introduced in it because I love it. The focus on Rumpel and Belle, Mr. Gold and Lacey, loved that. The parallels were so strong and very well written. I loved seeing the vulnerable side to Mr. Gold, him working with David was great. Obviously Regina being Regina, Greg and Tamara being mysterious as fuck. And yeah, just playing this concept of who you really are, and what side of you you should follow, really. Follow your heart, and this is a bit of darkness in it, because I quite liked that we had that whole theme kind of going with Mr. Gold and Belle / Lacey, but also with Mary Margaret, and she thinks going home may be a good way of healing her heart almost, which kind of makes sense. So I like that they justified that kind of character turn. So I thought that was going to be more of an issue than it was, but the fact that everything with Cora happened makes a lot of sense that they went in that direction. So I loved that. And yeah, really, really great episode. I really, really enjoyed it. And we only have 3 episodes left this season now, so I'm very excited to see how they're going to wrap all this up. There's a lot going on, but I'm very, very excited for it. And yeah, I feel like I can feel all the stories converging. Now Hook's been involved with like the Tamara and Greg stuff. That's another kind of long running story this season that's come together. Very excited about all of this and to see where it's headed. Yeah, love this episode. Really, really good. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And until my next reaction, yeah, thanks for watching.